Hey everybody, welcome to BerCrew Studios plays Master of Orion. I'm your host Nemes, here today with a brand new series, and a special series for me, and maybe for BerCrew in general. Master of Orion is a game series I have played for a long freaking time. The original was Master of Orion, and then probably my favorite game of all time was Master of Orion 2. I played that for many hours with a lot of the other BerCrew guys and some of the periphery people around BerCrew, just friends from when I was younger. Loved that game. Master of Orion 3, a little bit of a disappointment, but I did kind of learn how to play it. I didn't learn to love it, though. When I found out Wargaming was picking this title up, I was initially a little concerned because they make things like World of Tanks and World of Warships and whatnot. But I read a lot of the content, interviews, and I watched some of the interview videos, and it looked like, kind of like myself and some of the other BerCrew guys, there was a legitimate love of the game series. So I have high hopes. So we are going to get started in here as soon as possible. All right. So we're going to do a new game. And there are some voiceovers. I apologize for that. I'm going to pick...
After Egypt, the harsh Ursa system is home to the Bulrathi.
I'm going to start with the Bulrathi. We're just going to do a quick playthrough. We'll probably do a couple seasons of this. I'm going to go with Spiral. We'll stick with medium, average. So just to let you know, these are just shapes. This is early access, if I haven't said that already, by the way, so be aware. Medium size, we'll stick with average. So Galaxy Age just has to do with the types of stars that are there, and mineral richness of planets as well. We'll do 5 AI opponents, and this is kind of cool, you can do seeds. So I'm just going to pick a random seed. We're going to get started. I think there's a cutscene, so we'll see. If there is, I'll let it play and shut up.
Devoted for millennia to the conservation of their home planet Ursa, the hulking Bulrathi are a fierce kin. The will of the spirits is revealed to them through the Hag, an elder shamanic guide who speaks for all living things. She has now called on the Emperor of the Bulrathi to take this message beyond Ursa to ensure the survival of the wilds and put the whole galaxy under their protection by any means necessary.
All right, so we've been ordered to basically conquer the galaxy, which, that's nice. So, I'm going to zoom out for just a second. You can see we've got... hold on. Yep, thanks. You can see we've got a pretty big galaxy here. I don't know how many stars start off with it. It looks like, I don't know, 50-ish. The mechanics of this game are slightly interesting. So for some of the folks, the Mutu folks, this will look fairly familiar. There are some changes. So you'll see we've got an asteroid belt here. And we've got a couple different fleets. So I'm going to peel one of these fleets off and send him... Ooh. Alright, so I can't go through this warp point because it's unstable. So I'll have to send him to this warp point. So in this game, instead of having if you've ever played Endless Space or some of those other types of games, usually you've got you're just around the solar system. In this game, you can navigate within a solar system and then between solar systems. So we sent our scout to a warp point. We'll actually probably send everybody to the warp point. And then they can all go to that next system over, which is a blue star called Yadith. When you're at the warp lane, you can essentially see the system itself, but you can't tell the specific types of planets, and you have to actually explore. I'll actually leave the frigate here and I'll show you, because you can actually explore these asteroid belts. So basic game mechanics are going to be fairly familiar. You've got your empire here, so the resources in the game are credits. They're coming BCs, or billion credits, command points, research, food, production. So if I click on a planet itself, this is a nifty little interface, and this is kind of what I'm used to seeing in the all the different Moo series. You can kind of auto balance, but you can also manually drag people. Something cool that they've added is the diminishing return function, which is kind of neat. And there still is pollution, which if you're familiar with the old series, pollution was a mechanic that sort of made a diminishing return, but not exactly the same thing. And this one, there actually is a diminishing return. You can see our first thing we're building is a colony ship, which will be done next turn. Instead of starting it out. Our planet here supports a maximum population of 8 because it is a medium Terran rich planet. Normal gravity, and there's nothing special about it. So that's just a little bit of the... and I wonder if I move anyone out of here. So this is how many turns it takes to finish whatever you're doing. So 18 turns for the next population, 1 turn for the next production. Looks like I have to keep one guy in production, but I can move the other guys to food or to research. I'll move him to food for now. Then I got to remember to move him next turn, which hopefully I will. We'll go ahead and be done out of that. So that's the Empire itself. There's research, and the old research in Moo was pretty cool actually. Because you couldn't pick all the things in one tech, but that's not the way it is here, that I've seen, at least in the brief time I played it. But we'll give it some time. So these are the ones we can research right now. This is our ability to see the entire tech tree, but you can just see, okay, what's the next thing available, and then how many turns it takes to get there. I'm probably going to start with biology, just because you get some extra farm stuff, though. Research lab might not be a bad idea, but let's start with biology just because I like growing population as quickly as possible. I'll get into ship design later and diplomacy because we haven't seen anyone. There is different paths to victory. Again, this is early access, so they're not all open yet. We've got the excellence victory, the conquest victory, the diplomatic victory, the tech victory, and I have no idea what these things are going to be. Conquest victory is literally just kill everybody. Excellence victory is have the highest score when the last turn ends. Pretty self-explanatory. Diplo victory is be elected to the Galactic Council. Now, the Galactic Council is something from the original series, and it was the idea that you could be elected by all the races of the galaxy as the Supreme Chancellor or the Emperor or whatever you want to call it, right? Basically as the leader of the known universe, which is kind of cool. There's a political element to the game instead of it just being a pure, race to the top. There are different planets which we haven't explored yet, and fleets which I've already shown. So I'm going to go ahead and click the next turn. I think we've got some basics popped out there. We got our first colony ship, so I'm going to move my fleet. And where did my scouts go? Oh, they're there. So I'm going to move the scouts to the next warp point as well. I'm going to move the ship, the colony ship itself, to the warp point. Because even though I don't want to move it through to the next system yet, I do want it available for that next warp point. However, I did finish production, so I need to choose new production. So far, pretty happy with the interface. I'm going to move these guys back to production. And let's make... I love factories. If you've ever seen me play, the sooner I can build things faster, the better I like it. So I'm going to go with the automated factory, which will take 4 turns. And we should check, though, to make sure that's... yeah. 4, 6, and that's not going to get any better. The extra turn's not going to make too much of a difference at this point. So we're going to go ahead and click next turn again. We should get to the next system by then, hopefully. Oh, a fleet needs orders. Oh, no, that's fine. You can just, we'll just skip your turn. So next. So our scout ships have made it to Yadath. And I'm going to send one of those scout ships to the planet. And you see they go to the planet, and the planet is unfortunately a gas giant. But I cannot populate that. Now there are 2 orange stars and a yellow star, or an orange star and 2 red stars. So I'm going to send the scout to the orange star, because there's more likely to be a good planet there. You can see it kind of goes around the star, which is kind of neat. So it looks like there's no less than 3 planets there. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll send this guy to the next one, and then we'll go ahead and move these guys up, at least start them into that system, and we'll keep going to the next turn here. Another fleet needs orders. Oh, okay, so that scout is done, so I'm going to send him to that system. And this guy, you need to go actually to the star system. All right, so we have found another ship. It's a human ship.
I am the president of the Human Republic. May the cooperation between our races be ever fruitful.
So you can see his disposition is set on kind of a hot-cold scale, or a bad-good scale, if you will. So they're fairly neutral right now, but they're not hostile. So we've made contact with that race, and we've discovered Yamarn, and we haven't gotten to that one yet. So we're gonna have to keep going next turn here until we get. So we got Medorla uncovered, which is cool, and we finished our factory, which is awesome because now we'll be that much more production that we'll be making. So they're just giving. There's a lot of tools or help tips here, which is good. Our next thing that we're gonna make is probably another colony ship. Honestly, the sooner we start to expand, the better. All right, so you should be going. Oh, that's an unstable warp point. So again, you see the red here is an unstable warp point. So there's a tech that I haven't unlocked yet. I'm just gonna send them towards that other system. We'll let these guys finish their turn normally into here, which is fine. And then these guys need to go that way. All right. All right, so we have uncovered a new system. We'll go explore these planets. So this one is San Prime, is the name of the system, San. And it is a small radiated abundant planet, which max pop 3. It does have gold, which is cool, but I don't think that's necessarily what we're going to be looking for just yet. So we'll check out the other planets in the system. And we need to check out the planet here. And then I'm going to move these guys. I'm going to move them here just in case, because the odds are better that we'll find a decent planet here. We did finish our biology research, so we can make hydroponic farms, which gives you a bonus of +2 food. We can also make bonus biospheres, which gives you food and research, which is kind of cool. So our next research, I'm going to probably get all the low-hanging fruit here. I'll do government next so we can get research labs, because that's good. And then as soon as this colony ship's done building, I will build probably a hydroponic farm there. So human fleet is moving around a fair bit. They're sending a colony ship here. That's probably a little bit of a concern. So this is a medium toxic rich. I don't know what to expect with all this stuff yet. Medium toxic abundant. I mean, we're not finding any really good planets. Oh, we detected a pirate fleet. So there's a pirate fleet. Pirates are a thing. Pirates will attack player ships and everything. So, you know, they could come calling here momentarily, which would be bad because we got some other ships coming in here. We have one fleet that needs orders. Oh, yep, those guys. We'll send him to this next system we haven't explored. Alright, we found a large ocean-rich planet. Now, I have a feeling that this guy's going to beat us to this planet. That's probably where he's headed. So, the scout, we're going to send this direction. Send him to that work point. And so, the human... Oh, no, the human's moving away. It might be because he doesn't have any protection.
I've had some cause for concern lately.
I'm not gonna really say that I won't colonize near you, because I don't even know what the heck near you. Oh, I guess Sol's right there. So, what we want to do here
Highness, this
is I'm going to click on the colony ship and click colonize. Another cutscene. We're colonizing Sand 3, which is a large ocean, rich minerals, normal gravity, 12 population, which is actually pretty good. The only bad thing is it's not exactly next door, so that's problematic. But we got a guy. So first thing I would like to make here is probably going to be a hydroponic farm, just to get the extra food. Yeah, we're going to do that. So that'll take 8 turns. You can buy production, I just don't have a ton of money yet. And you can switch between your planets with this nifty little thing here. So we got 3 more turns until we get to the colony ship. I'm not going to spend the money yet on that. And I'm going to keep my frigate in orbit here just for now. So this is his home system. So he's got some sort of a star base, it looks like. Yeah, we'll see. So that's a space pirate. This guy I'm going to send all the way down here. It's going to take him quite a while. Oh, that was nifty. Changes the... when you zoom out far enough, it changes the things. Just so everybody knows, this is about like my first 20 minutes in the game. So, you know, I did some research on the front end of this just to understand kind of how it works. But in general, I don't really know how this game works. So the human fleet here, he's got a frigate. Okay, it's just a frigate. So I'm going to check out his planet, which that's Earth, Sol Prime. And then we'll send our scout to the warp point, probably that direction. So Space Pirate has moved to the other warp point. I don't know if he's going to leave. There is electromagnetic disturbance, which is on Sol Prime, and a threatening fleet, which is the Space Pirates. That is what it is right now. Not much I can do about that. And these guys are going to guard the planet. So I really didn't want to fight these guys. So I guess I'll simulate. I've been defeated. Yeah, of course I was. Well, that's unfortunate. I really didn't want to get active in combat with those guys just yet, but that is what it is. Alright, I do need to choose research because I did finish the research lab here and the government support facility. Fantastic. I'm going to do the engineering, get that last low-hanging fruit, and then we'll have to really start picking what we're going to do after that. And then once this colony ship gets done built, because we're so close to the humans, I may even build like an actual... Alright, so I could do this tactically. Let's see what tactical battle looks like. Nope, here's the 3 pirates. Here's my frigate. Little cutscene-y looking thing. And, oh, I actually get to do the combat, which is kind of cool. You can change your formations, it looks like. Oh, wow. I just wrecked that dude. Oh, so you can change, like, your... You can change your direction and what you're shooting at. That's neat. This is interesting. I don't dislike this. I can see where in like larger combats. Oh, and you can slow down time. That's good to know. That's pretty slick. And then I guess you can change your camera view. Oh yeah, cinematic. So I've destroyed all 3 pirates with very little difficulty. It looked like. Got a little stutter lag there, apologies. Alright. So, yeah, so we dealt 50 damage, we only received 5, we have better accuracy. We were victorious. Peace out, pirates. You're dead. Well, cool. So we finished our colony ship. We're going to choose production. I'm going to make, I think, a frigate first. Just so we're a little better off from that perspective, given that we're so close to the humans. And the next thing I need to do is figure out where I'm going to send that next colony ship. But we'll probably save that for next episode. I'm down to 1... Oh, oh, a monster. Oh yeah, monsters are a thing. Real quick before we leave. So in the original Moo series, space monsters were things. So they had like space dragons and all these other little things. So you don't just fight enemy races, you fight kind of like NPC monsters, which is kind of a weird spin, but I've always enjoyed that part of the game. So anyhow, please, if you want to see more, please give some feedback. Please let us know what you think we should be doing, and I'll definitely be releasing some more of these, but would love to hear if you guys are really interested in this long term. And thanks for watching.